Hey everyone, I decided to challenge myself in this weekend. I will learn how to use Flutter. Those of you who don't know what is that, it's a cross-platform mobile app development framework. So cross-platform means that you can build your application for multiple platforms like Android and iOS. I have prior knowledge in another cross-platform mobile app development framework, React Native, but those two are quite different. While React Native uses JavaScript as the programming language, Flutter uses Dart. Dart is a completely new programming language for me, so this challenge will be really interesting. So let's see, I have to learn a new programming language, a new framework, like how to install this framework and just how to use it in general. Basically, I made this video to show you how much is achievable in only one weekend in the world of coding. And I also really want to learn this cross-platform framework, and I really need the accountability to start to do it. So if you want to learn something new, which also could be useful in your future, come and join me and learn to code together. Let's see what we will learn in this video. First, I show you where I learned Flutter, then we will set up the environment. For this, you will need to install the Flutter software development kit and set the right path on your computer. Then we will check out some great tutorials officially made by Flutter for understanding the syntax in general. And I also like to mention a free course what I found for beginners. Lastly, I share some tips with you on what to do next, how to deepen your knowledge. Let's get started then. Where to learn Flutter? I hope you're not waiting for a long list of hidden websites and huge sales on incredible bootcamp courses. If you do so, I have to disappoint you because I learned Flutter from Flutter's official website, flutter.dev. How to set up the environment? If you click on Get Started on the main page, you can select your desired operating system and download the Flutter SDK. Then you need to follow the steps described below. I had some problems with those steps when I tried to install it on macOS, but I found a great video from Coding Cafe what helped me to understand what I have to do. I will link it down below. I found easier to follow a video than a text. If you are using another operating system and find hard to work out what's going on, I'm sure you can find some helper videos too. If you're ready with the Flutter SDK setup, you need to set up the environments for Android and iOS. I followed the video's instructions, what I found, but there's a description about this on the Flutter's website as well. The next step is the editor. There's two common options. First is Android Studio, the second is Visual Studio Code. It's really up to you which one you prefer. First, I tried Android Studio, but the key shortcuts drove me crazy, because with my keyboard structure it was impossible to write a line of code because there were a shortcut for almost every non-alphanumeric character what I had to use. So I decided to shift to Visual Studio Code, since I have more experience in using that one. Not that it will be that difficult to use another text editor. Anyways, now we can create a Flutter app. How to learn the basics of the framework. Now we need to learn the basics of Dart programming language and Flutter in general. If you have some experiences with Java or C#, it will be easier for you. I have some experiences with Java, but it wasn't so clear for me at the beginning, but with coding it became clear. By the way, if you have prior knowledge in some other platform like Android, iOS, React Native or Web, you can check out the differences between that and Flutter for the better understanding. As I said before, I'm using React Native, but now I wanted to pretend I'm a beginner for the video's sake. So I skipped this section and tried to suit this video for every one of you and not just the React Native developers. If you go forward in the Get Started section, you will find a Write Your First Flutter app page. Here you can observe how the coding is working. First, the structure with those parents and children was strange for me, but there's a lot of description and I'm sure you will get the hang of it. After this, I discovered the tutorial page, where you can find 4 tutorials. The first 2 was enjoyable for me and helped a lot. In the first, you can practice the layouts and all of the parents' child things. In the second one, you learn about states and build some interactivity in your app. The third one is about animations, a little bit higher level than the first 2 if you ask me, but still interesting. I actually skipped the fourth one because it's about internationalizing your app, which in my opinion isn't necessary to learn the basics. And since this is a 1 weekend challenge, I wanted to learn what's necessary. And also I think it's much more effective if you learn the higher level stuff when you really need them in your app. That was all the tutorials what I checked out in Flutter's website. But I found there an online class by the app Brewery. Okay, it wasn't that hard to find since it's on the top of the main page. But it says it's free until July 8th. So if you want to learn more about Flutter, check it out. This is exactly what I did as well. I think the course from the section 7 is a good continuation after those previous tutorials. I have to say, what I don't like about this kind of courses is they are too basic for me and explain everything way too long. That's why I feel less efficient to watch a whole course than actually do something by myself. But this is only my opinion, so go ahead and decide it by yourself. Only you know what's your level and interest. Anyway, I checked out sections 7 and 8, and there's still number 9, 10, and 11. What to do next? What I'm gonna do next is to check out the remaining section in the course. After that, I can start the fun part, to actually develop an app on my own. This will be a good opportunity to deepen my basic knowledge and get to know a lot more about Flutter. So this is what I achieved on my last weekend. I have to say that I didn't spend all day long with learning. I spent maximum 10 hours overall with it on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and that's all. I really hope you took a liking in mobile application development with Flutter. So what you gonna do next weekend?